Hello and welcome back to another episode of our My Team career. Today we're hoping for anything better than the last three races. Azerbaijan Grand Prix though is not going to be an easy one. The next few are not going to be easy, honestly. So we got to make sure we're focused throughout the whole race. Yeah, let's get into it. We got a marketing department event to go to start off. A lot of F1 fans have you down as favorites this year's championship. Yeah, right. I think I'm going to go with Zhou because Sonoda seems to actually have been showing some decent pace even with that crappy car.
You handled that well. Thank you.
I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to Zhou, but let's see what we got for events here. Let's do that early. Oh, we can get everything in. Just a little morales, I guess, from all those events, or activities, I guess. The team have investigated the cause of that ERS fault. Yeah, I forgot we had one of them. Wasn't very big though. Let's check the R&D quick. We got a bunch of parts coming in. That's exciting. We don't have much points to spend, so I think we'll advance some time. Got two arrow things coming in right away. Hopefully they pass. The beam wing should, because it failed before the last race. And the wing mirrors failed. And the the beam wing came in, thankfully.
We're in a position now where we're able to attract a new sponsor to the team. Head on over to the corporate tab and select the sponsor screen to choose who we should approach.
Just notified. We're able to select another sponsor. We've hit level 5, a claim for the team. So we'll reselect this wing mirror, get that going again so we get it in 8 days. And let's go find ourselves another sponsor. Let's sort. These are very low. Decent goal bonus. Achieve a top 10 finish during the race. Might be beneficial down the line once we start getting a better car. Just continue to get a feel for it. Achieve a top 12 finish. Beat your rival. That's still a good goal and decent weekly. You know what? That might be the best option. Qualify your rival. Score 1 point. Qualify P15 or better. I think we go with beat rival in a race because our goal bonus is one of the better, and it's still a solid weekly income compared to the rest. So let's do that. We have a new sponsor with Highland. Exciting times. Now, I'm going to... you know what? Maybe not yet.
This is the driver market. From here you can see pertinent details on every driver in the sport. Compare them with each other and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls round, this is where you'll approach any drivers you wish to hire.
Albon's only an 84. Wow. He's someone that I'd definitely look into hiring in the future as our other driver, Albon. He's really good at extracting a lot, as he's showed in the Williams. Lots. But let's keep going through our time here.
Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
So we have another failure in development before Baku. Oh my gosh.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through.
We have our
Some of them
third
have failed
failure,
to
and if
control.
you watched last
We'll need
episode,
to tell a team what to redevelop
we had
via the
4
R&D
upgrades
support.
come in and 1 fail, and I said I can't be mad at that because it could just as easily been 4 failures with 1 success, and here we are with our third one coming into this already. Which is unfortunate, which means we can't continue building as we have to keep repurchasing. And that is frustrating. There was enough time though, we were able to still redo our rear floor and our wing mirrors. And now we sit ahead of both AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo. So it managed to still make slow progress, luckily, as Williams has plateaued really hard since the start of the season. I'm expecting them to come out with something soon. We're probably going to make a decent jump. But let's see if we can use the R&D momentum and do something decent in the race. Let's get into some qualifying. As you see, it's going to be a little wet. Doesn't look as wet as Australia did. And I tell you what, I'm excited for that. As we're going to go out, set a base lap. We're out now. Getting ready to start our qualifying lap, set our base lap. See if we can keep it on the road on this already tricky track on top of the wet conditions. May notice I'm playing kind of cautious right now. I want to keep it on the wall. Oh, frick. I think these guys are on their outlap and they're catching me. Yeah, right, like I'm taking third gear through that. Gosh. Whoa. I hate that corner. We have set our first lap and we are currently sitting in P13. As you may have noticed by last race, not great in these conditions. Definitely going to have to go out again, which is unfortunate because I just... not a fan of these conditions, I tell you. We're out now, ready to start our second lap with Q1. Trying to push us a little further up the order as we're currently sitting last. Gotta try and see if we can shave some time off here. Track seems slightly less wet. It could just be me though. Oh, poor Cher's the one that just came out in front of us. You didn't have to move over, it was me. You could have told me. I could use the help. Oh, a purple sector 1. I don't expect that to stand, as everyone's going to come out for another lap behind us, it seems like, but get the car slowed down, don't hit a wall. Get through here, sweet sound. Smooth operator. Worst enemy. Oh, right. That's nice. Maybe I'll let off a little bit there because I went off my line a bit, but hopefully it doesn't cost too much. As we're currently over 4 seconds up on our previous lap. That better put us up the order a bit. And it sends us into P1. I'm just gonna go wide and let Theo by. So by the time we get back to the pits to end qualifying, first stage, we managed to set the fastest time somehow. That has absolutely blown my mind. There's probably a decent amount of people that actually didn't come back out, but still, I'm taking that all day. Now we can go to Q2, where I'm pretty sure it's still going to be wet. I was wrong. We look to have a sunny qualifying, so I'm going to head out right away, set a base lap. Oh, it feels so much better already with dry tires, with slicks. Carries so much more through that corner. I don't want to get too cocky with it because I know my brakes aren't very good and it's going to catch up to me fast now that we're pushing. Maybe extra hot, which is not ideal. Oh, that scared the crap out of me, I tell you. Thought I was gonna bin it. This lap has felt good, I tell you, honestly. And it's P9. I thought it was a banger of a lap. And I feel like brought back to reality a little bit. Now that the track's dry, we're starting to see our real pace. People actually care about their laps, as we're going to have to go out again. We're now sitting P12. So let's go back out on track. Got a fresh set of softs, so we didn't have to use any in Q1 due to it being wet and intermediate the whole time. See if we can improve on our last lap and maybe sneak our way into Q3. That'll be a huge victory. If not, well, take what we can get. My curb is a bit rough. So what was that one? I don't think this is going to be enough. Had a couple rough spots in that lap. And we didn't even move up at all. There's not enough time to go out and get another lap in. So we basically are just going to eat this P16. Definitely a snap back to reality for sure. Well, really, I still can't be too mad with that. We do end up qualifying P16. Decent gap from 15. So we tie our best starting grid. We did have Q1 as the fastest car in the intermediate conditions, which I'm taking as a positive for sure. Improvements nonetheless. It's always a good thing. Now we just got to make sure we stay in a race and actually do something with it. And I don't see Joe here, so I'm assuming we beat him qualifying, which is a good thing. There it is. We did beat him in qualifying. Now, they didn't update the sprint format like it is this year, with having separate qualifying for the sprint race as the actual race as well. So our sprint finish is going to be the way we start the race. So let's try to have a good 9-lap sprint here. Let's try to set us up for some success. But let's check our R&D quick. I think let's go cable assembly. It's a little bit of a bump, kind of bring us back up to Haas. Big failure chance though. It's time for a sprint race.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Ocon, Stroll, Bottas, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, King, Gasly, De Vries, Sargent, Joe, Sainz, Joe. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. Anthony Davidson will be sharing his insight alongside me once again today.
Sainz starting from the back of the pack in 21st out of 22.
Talking about George Russell.
Well, it was a really impressive
Had a
lap in qualifying to get pole position,
qualifying,
but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them?
Wonder how fast we're gonna see signs come up the back of us. I think it's no brainer. We go mediums. It's supposed to stay decent grip the whole time. Softs aren't worth it.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
A little wobble there. You have a look at the inside of Sonoda, but just couldn't carry any speed, so he gets it back. Now Magnuson looking down the inside of us. As he makes the dive, we have to go wide to avoid contact. So we hold position. But we're slowly slipping further away from Sonoda and the rest of the pack. Big wobble.
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
It looks like Mason had some kind of weird thoughts there, and I was scared he was going to bounce off the curb or something and crank us again. But we managed, once again, to go wide enough to avoid it and hold position at the same time. But we are now like 3 seconds back of Sonoda, or should I now say Ocon, as Sonoda just made the move. I'm gonna start being a little bit more picky with which curbs I'm touching and start finding maybe some cleaner lines. That felt better. Someone that likes to be flat out all the time, it's hard for me to not be. A lot of curb there. DRS is now available. Magnuson's going to be on the back of us. Oh, I thought I was hitting the wall. Keeping him squeezed to the inside as much as possible. He gets ahead.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake.
Swimming back to the outside. Trying to survive the braking zone. Take a look back down the inside. Go for a late break, which is risky. Oh, he made contact, definitely. I felt that. But we stay ahead. Everything is good. We managed to have DRS. Hopefully pull away from him a little bit. Because that Haas just seems like he's got more pace than we do. But doing what we can to maintain position. Oh, now Sargent goes flying by. I wonder if Magnuson maybe got some damage when we made contact. As we make another late dive with Sargent, push him wide. We are fighting for our lives here just to hold P15. We have built ourselves a bit of a gap, but that Williams with Sargent, still just so much speed in a straight line. Gasly gets past him now though, so I don't expect we're gonna be able to hold him off. We are on lap 6 of 9 of the sprint. Over halfway through. So if we're lucky, we keep fighting, we can manage to hold this position. But oh, and we see signs now. Has made it to P17. I'm actually surprised it's taking them this long. I was expecting him to be a little quicker. I guess it is kind of hard to get around.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Ferrari's a lot faster than any of us back here. Gasly just got way more pace.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Ooh. Gave us just enough room, which I'll admit I respect him a lot for. I could have easily taken us both out right there. But we hold position as you see a big train behind us with our teammate at the back of it. Oh, as we gotta dive down the inside, wheel bang. Try to get a good launch. Managed to stay ahead. For now, anyways. As I can tell the grip on these tires are starting to wear out now as we get to the end of this sprint race. I'm starting to lose it a lot more. Cars behind me pushing me, making me try to push myself a little bit harder, and that's making me and the car both unsettled. Woo! Freaks me out every time, I tell you. Oh, Gasly's got a lot of speed behind. You see that gap dropping. He's got signs right behind him. As we late brake, outbrake him in that corner. Corner 1. Hold position as we're on our second last lap now. Big fishtail coming out of that second corner. Just reset the track. We were given a 5-second penalty. Gasly kind of pitted us. We were in a tight part of the track, just couldn't get spun around because people are literally on our car.
On track, resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car.
We should have brought out a safety car. Through all that, I actually don't know if we have damage. I'm assuming we do, as we have a 10-second penalty. That's basically going to send us right to the back of the grid. Oh man, you just can never catch a break here. And our wing is gone.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Signs and DeVries went into the pits. They must have had some contact in that
Teo's coming in for his stop now.
incident. Oh, and that means our teammate did as well. If we can manage to hold on for 1 lap with our front wing, we can maybe actually finish ahead of people even with this 10-second penalty. Nope, overshot.
The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it.
Watch me bin it in the castle section if I even get there. Me totally missing that corner is kind of ruined the whole. Maybe we can stay ahead since they're pitting. That cost us a lot of time right there. So we're almost there. And I think I'm going to be just shy of finishing fast enough, which is unfortunate.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Well, actually, you know what? We did get 17th. It's only dropped a couple spots. How is Carlos Sainz the driver of the day? It is now time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Starting from P17. We might as well attempt the one stop. We do have a bad engine component. We get a better launch.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
Forced off the road there. That wasn't my fault. Come on. Guy didn't turn. Well, contact with the wall there. Go to the outside of Ocon. Down the straight. Oh, and he backs off. It's a little easier than I was expecting. I was expecting a battle down into turn 1. Maybe it's better off this way.
Now use DRS. DRS now available.
You go wide, give DeVries room, get a better run out of the corner, stay ahead. Hold on to P14. See our ICEs at 73% wear. It is making me a little bit nervous. Whoa! So we look down the inside. Oh, he had just enough speed through the corner. And we'll look to come back on the back straight with DRS. Oh, but we have a big wobble, which gives us a bad exit. And he starts to take off. Wait a second, I'm on hards? I thought I was starting on mediums. No wonder everyone had so much more pace than me. I'm probably the only one, too. Oh, there's a yellow flag ahead. Wonder if there was some contact or if someone's retiring. Looking at it, keeps continuing. Someone's out. Sonoda is out.
Okay, they're out of this race.
With Zhou being ahead of us now and Sonoda retiring, I'm starting to think maybe I should have picked Sonoda as my rival. But I don't want to get too caught up. It's not going to be one and done in one race. And I think long haul Zhou was probably still the better option. Joe's just taking off from us now. The breeze is starting to come back. And Alonso, I did not expect him to be so far back. Cut it close going into that corner, but we outbrake DeVries, get the position back, stay ahead. We're going to get DRS and probably come back at us again here on this straight. We have a decent runaway. Have a bit of a gap, so he might actually, he's actually not going to. So solid exit there really helped us. Now only if we could be that good and consistent with it in the rest of the corners. That was a terrible exit. Carried a little too much speed there. Little wall tap. Not on my line because I'm trying not to let Alonso by. As we hop the curb, stay out of the wall though, thankfully. As we get ready to complete lap 5. Oh, this has felt so hectic already, and it's only lap 5. I guess to be fair, we did do a sprint race, so that might have something to do with it, but still. As Alonso's looking to make it look on the inside. Oh, he bumped me a little bit right there. I felt it. He now pulls to the inside and we try to give him as much of a squeeze as possible. He stays inside. Look to try and late brake to the outside. Didn't work. So he stays ahead. Well, we'll have DRS and see if we can get a better exit this time. Nah, not by much. As Alonso starts pulling away. Ooh, that was scary. I thought we might hit the wall there. I was pushing it a little hard into that corner. A little wobble off the curb there. And we've fallen out of Alonso's range. And wait a second, has Joe got ahead of Sainz? What the heck has happened there? I need to really start waking up for that corner. Come on. I wonder if Sainz maybe has some kind of issue. Like, I know we haven't had great pace as we've been overtaken a few times now. But really, we're still only 2 seconds behind Sainz. That's wild. There's got to be something wrong with him. Well, not with him, his car. As we're now going to have to look to defend on DeVries here. As he had to peek to the inside, but we already committed to that line. And now he's going down the outside. Oh.
Okay,
Slight contact made. We have another one. Oh. Have to take evasive action into that corner. Somehow, out of all that, got back ahead of both DeVries and Magnussen there. And George Russell was out of the session.
Caution, caution. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Should have hit the wall when I was way out.
Okay, clear.
Cause the safety car, let us catch up. And Magnussen had a 5-second penalty. I wonder what he did. So Alonso's now gotten ahead of Sainz. if we had any more pace in this car, I feel like we should be able to pass him too, but we really don't have much.
Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
Oh, I was being a little dirty there, I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to force him into the pit wall. And he just blocks me off and breaks my wing. Well, didn't break it, I guess. Damaged it. Now we have to go wide as we have another guy dive bombing us, and Magnussen. I feel like I gotta be a little extra cautious now that we got some damage on our front wing. So we already kind of struggle when it comes to cornering, but that's definitely not gonna help us in any way. We gotta start entering the pit window here for these guys that are on the soft tires, no? Don't need any lap. Oh. Oh. Swipe over by Magnussen there. As he wants the inside line, so he can probably drive us wide again. But we keep the speed going through the corner and take the position back. He compromised his own line for that. And it cost him. And we are okay with that. Ooh, that was scary. Honestly, the car still feels okay, even with a little bit of front wing damage. So, I'm going to hold out until I actually have to pit, and then pray that we actually get a new front wing at that point. You're not taking the outside, buddy. I'm going to squeeze you on the inside.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
Keep that speed through the corner and get it back. Let's go. Hard, clean racing right there. Late break on the outside. Trying to hold position. Woo-hoo. As we're finally starting to get our first round of pit stops here. Find yourself now in P12. These two still have to pit as we started on hard tires.
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
Oh man. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Just can't catch a break. We were fighting so hard, so good for so long. And then just had a slight wobble. Magnussen came in, couldn't get out of the way, hits us, hit the wall, lose a tire, and that's the end of the race for us again. I was trying to survive with that wing. I could definitely tell the tires were starting to wear off. That's tough. As we're walking in the garage angry, it seems to happen way too often.
It's never an easy race here in Azerbaijan. There's drama around every corner.
I think we got Monaco next, which is another one I'm just not good at, and it's terrible for overtaking.
And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I feel like consistency was probably the key
I'm
today.
terrified for that one.
There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you
I
can
was trying to have
capitalize
some
on
pace
other
while
people's
also
errors
trying to keep
without
my nose
making many of
clean,
your
and
own. And that's
still
an approach
just
that can push you a long
couldn't
way up
frickin'
the
do it.
field.
Red Bull put up an outstanding
Unfortunately,
fight for the
but
front
Perez
position
comes
today,
home
and it's great to see it paid
to
off for
win
them.
the
They do
Azerbaijan
so much
Grand
for the
Prix,
sports that you can't help but be delighted
with
by
Leclerc and
today's
Hamilton
race win.
following behind. There's your 3 podium getters. That was a long handshake. Well, there you have it. Not the greatest for the weekend for us. Porsche did end up coming 18th. We ended up 20th. Not ideal. We did start to see some kind of pace out of this car on a tricky track. I'm still going to take the sprint race finish as a positive, as well as the fastest time in Q1 as a positive. Well, that is going to be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been tuning into the whole series so far, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with me through this tough start to a season. If you enjoyed, though, be sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed and want to stay tuned to see if I can really figure out this funk and actually finish a full race rather than just a sprint, be sure to hit that subscribe button with that little bell. Stay notified when these future episodes come out. Like I said, thank you very much for staying, watching to this part, and this far, and to the end. If you are interested as well, me and a buddy have a community Discord. You can feel free to join that and chat to us or anyone else in there, all that fun stuff. I'll put the link to that in the description below. But other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.
3, 2, 1, 0.